this is Khemiel from Heartofsophia. This is the month of April, and this is the month of Qing Ming. Qing Ming is a period where we are going to meet our ancestors and really pay respect to them. So this episode will really talk about what is the importance of our ancestors. But in order to connect with our ancestors, we must call upon the realm of the divine. Let's see what we can do. So we summon and we call upon the energy of the fairy of ancestors. I thought I call upon the fairy ancestor, why I call ghosts instead?
You know who I am?
Ghost.
No! I'm the tomb sweeping fairy.
Why are you taking a broom for the tomb sweeping?
Because I need to sweep the tomb.
No, you don't sweep the tomb with a broom.
Then what do we do?
Tomb sweeping actually means that in the ancient time, because the people bury onto the ground, so they have something called the tomb slate. Then what do they do is every year they'll go and remove the grass from the tomb. So that's why it's called tomb sweeping. It's actually not literally they take a broom and sweep the tomb. It's actually a way to pay respect, to make sure that the tomb is clean, that our ancestors is also very well protected. According to feng shui, in the ancient times, finding a place for the ancestors is a very big deal thing, because it also affects us genetically. Now, how it affects, actually, they discovered that when the body of our ancestors decompose, what happens is that our blood and our DNA resonate together. So when they are buried, they will draw the energy from where they are buried to give to the descendants. That's why in the ancient times, when they die, they will always say, find a good place to bury. That's the reason why. But of course, different culture around the world have different ways of praying to the ancestors. For example, the Indians, they will actually, in the ancient time, send their ancestors' body into the Nile, to the river, to the Ganges river, to clear. Or even the Egyptians, they also connect back to the process of the Nile river. So even in different cultures, where the body eventually goes to is a very big deal thing.
I see. So that's why we need to burn paper for our ancestors, right?
Well, burning paper is not necessarily an important thing. It's really a cultural practice. According to the Taoists and the Buddhists, burning the incense and the paper is basically to hope that the ancestors will receive it, so that they can continue to bless the descendants. They always believe that, afterlife is like a new life itself. It's like a new process. The Egyptians believe that, the Chinese believe that, the Indians also believe in reincarnation. So everybody believes there's an afterlife. So in order to prepare the afterlife to be better, they will always have all these ritualistic items to make sure that their ancestors is better. But nowadays, because in the modern times, we always cremate our, all our relatives and all those who are passed away already, the relatives remains. So in a sense, they don't really have a very formal procedure to find what is a good place to bless the thing, to bless the descendants. So what happens is that usually what we do, we can, based on the numbers of the deceased, go and find what is good for them. Like for example, if their number is in the 1, 4 or 7 sequence based on their birthday, then they will find back something that is complementary to them. So that is also one way. So in short, basically, all this ritual is very different from what we view as, respect to the deceased. Because actually, a lot of people are not aware that when we are just doing it ritualistically, they may not necessarily receive it.
Oh, then how can they receive?
A lot of times, actually, it all depends on how your connection with the deceased is, actually. For example, if you really put your heart into offering something, it may not necessarily even be a physical item. Maybe something, just like a respect, dear so and so, I still remember you, I put you in my heart. Actually, that is even more important than really we burn the ritualistic items. Of course, the thing is, a lot of the Chinese are used to doing that in order to, show their respect. So, but basically other cultures, they may not have the same way of doing it, but still their ancestors still connect with them and still bless them too.
Alright.
Yeah. And so, what is very important really about Qing Ming then?
The whole family get together and then we will go to pray together.
Yeah, actually, for the deceased, we always say in our work that they are not very interested of you receiving things from you. In fact, they want the living to live better than them, because they could have already paid their life or as a sacrifice for the betterment of the entire family. So the best thing that really makes the deceased happy is actually that we live fulfillingly and happily, so that in the end we all make good use of our life. Isn't it true?
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. So this is just what we think as the perspective of Qing Ming. So if you want to go into doing some respect for Qing Ming, you can do it after April the 4th. April the 4th after 5 p.m. is where Qing Ming starts to begin. So that time you can start to do your rituals and prayers for Qing Ming. Yeah.
I see, so I can't do it end of March.
No, the gates are not open technically, so even if you do your respect, no, that's not true. Actually, you can always show your respect anytime. Yeah, but most importantly, if you want to go by the rituals and all the whatsoever that you are always connected to, then you have to do it after April the 4th.
April the 4th.
Okay, so this is Khemiel and this is Sally from Heart of Sophia. We hope everybody have a good time connecting with their ancestors. Bye.